You know, I have come to realize over time with my interaction with persons with disabilities, forgive me, but that persons without disabilities are more prone to depression than persons with disabilities. You know why? Because persons with disabilities understand that they actually have a disability. They have a problem, right? And they have removed their eyes from their problem and they're focusing on the solution. Nder, is that right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And you know, when you check statistics, you will see that persons with disabilities are go-getters. You can attest to that.
Yeah.
Today on Against All Odds, we have Nder on the program, and he is going to let us into his world, telling us how this disability came about and how he's been able to surpass it and where he is right now. I urge you to stay with us. We will be right back. Don't go away. My name is Dushima Pius Ikerafe. Don't go away.
This is Against All Odds.
There is no greater disability in the society than the inability to see a person as small. Robert M. Hensel. Arumun Nder Valentine is the fifth child of his parents. He hails from Benue State, Nigeria. He is Chief by tribe. Valentine Nder is a physically challenged young man, a disability inclusion advocate, and he is very passionate about the inclusion of persons with disabilities in every strata of the society. He holds a bachelor's degree in economics and certifications in human resource management, data entry and safeguarding essentials, and had trainings in time management, CBM Global. I'm sure a lot of people just are curious to know what happened today. Was he born like this, or did the disability come at a point in your life?
First, I was not born like this. The story my mom told me, I think it all started at the age of 4. It was a result of I was taken for immunization and GR control. Although they tried to, but it didn't just work out. In fact, my family did all they could to see that I get on my feet and I walk the way I'm supposed to. But it didn't just work out the way they wanted. In fact, it was so bad at that point that I couldn't even sit. Like, I can't sit like this. In any direction, once I try to sit, I fall off. Left, right, back, front. And the good thing is that I started sitting. That was a good one. And then at that point, I was crawling like I don't walk. I can't even remember the day though, but it happened like a miracle. I was like, let me try if I can walk. So I just tried. And then I saw myself walking up. So I was like, oh wow. Okay, thank God. And that was another good one. At least now I can walk with my legs, not to crawl. So, yeah, that was a good one. In fact, the thing is, my cousin brother, he gave me slippers. I was like, how do I use this? Because can I even wear slippers? So that was like a challenge. I'm like, okay, let me try. Because I have to use the slippers, I must use it. And then wearing the slippers, okay, normal people wear slippers, they walk, not that they crawl. So basically it has to be on your feet. So when I wore the slippers, I said, okay, Now let's try walking. Then it happened.
How were you now able to navigate through education with this? Did you feel ashamed of yourself at any point and felt you couldn't do the things other children were doing? Were you at any point, how did you take this?
That's a good one. During my primary school days, I, at some point, I do feel down because my mates go out during break times. Everybody goes out of the class playing and all of that. But I can't join them in their play because they are running up and down and I can't run. And then when the school closes, I have to walk to the bus stand. And then the little ones that really don't know, they'll be like, laughing, see how this walking. So at some point I'll feel like, In fact, to some extent, I use the back, like I follow the back of the classes to walk to the bus stand because I don't want them to see me. But, well, I just have to go to school. So no matter what, no matter how it was, I have to go to school. I have to be educated because my mom used to say, young man, you cannot farm, you cannot do any hard job. Your job is your head and pen. You can do any hard job, you can't farm. Many people are known for farming. So if you can't farm and then you're not educated, what will you do? Nothing. So I was like, okay, since I can do all of that, then I have to be educated. I have to go to school. So I managed to push the challenges away and then just go through school and it was not that easy though, but I just have to.
Seeing the gap between disability and poverty, Nder has used his life experience as a motivational factor to the development sector to contribute his quota to bridging the gap of disability and poverty by sharing his experience with people whenever the need arises. Now, looking back at the situation that we're right now and the lack of employment and all that, do you regret ever going to school, or do you think something else would have been done differently?
No, 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 no. I can never regret being educated. Because if I'm not, then what else will I do? Nothing. In as much as employment for a person like me is so challenging, but at least when the time comes knocking, then I should have something to say, okay, yeah, I'm here. Because if at all I'm not educated, and then somehow something happened and they'll be like, okay, we need this person. And then, persons with disability, we are just few of us that has the certificate to be employed. So somehow I believe someday, somehow, there should be, we need this person here. Okay, let me get your CV, your certificate to place you somewhere. So no, I can never regret.
Nday uses his experience with his parents to tell people, if my parents could add an extra effort to making me a bit comfortable and making my life more accessible and acceptable, everyone can and should do same. He has worked to gain experience in variety of roles such as assistant operations, HR officer at Just Legacy Limited, office clerk at Bingham University during his NYSC year, POS agent at Fortis Mobile Money, program intern at the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, National Secretariat, Jonapid.
Since I can't do what my mates are doing, what's the point? But one good thing is, when those times are there, I really don't get to give it that much time to stay in me. So I like I do quickly push them away and then be like, yeah, just push, you can do it. Just push. So, and then I don't know, somehow I'm just this one person that I don't just want to be down. So I can't even say those times. Yeah, the challenges are there, but no, I don't just want to be down. So I never allowed them to so weigh me down, and no.
This is against all odds.
I'm not going to stop at any point till I get to where I actually want to. Yeah, because one basic thing as a person with disability, you need to be financially stable. If not, the life it's going to be more tough. It will be tough because you need so many things to keep you going. Like especially for a physical impaired person like me, mobility is another issue. So for me to be okay, I need to push to get myself something that will take me around and then make the work and everything easy. So I just have to keep pushing. Because if I stop, nobody's going to do it for me. And then maybe at that point, that's when I'll start thinking, what am I doing? Like, what am I alive for? So I just have to push and then be like, just have things that are going to make the life easy for me.
You know, the society will always look at why him? Why him? Because they'll always look at the person before even the qualities of that person, right? So how do you get by with your girlfriends?
Well, first thing to be my girlfriend, I tell you, this is, sure you can see me. And that's one other thing I always bring that up. Not that I'm trying to see myself not good enough. But I bring that up to basically let you know that this is who you're dating. Your family will be like, who's this? Your friends will be, how are you going to handle that? For me, no, I don't care. It's just you. How are you going to handle all of that? Well, I think all of them, in fact, when I ask them such questions, at that point they get angry. They don't want to even hear it. Because they don't care. If you like, that's your problem. They don't just care.
I'm sure you want to say one or two things, advice to the society and all. What do you have to say about to the society?
Society to be inclusive. If they are inclusive, then for a person like me, we'll be fine and okay. So let's be inclusive. Inclusive in all ways. You see that our classrooms are good enough. There are things like persons with disability will be educated, persons with disability will be employed, persons with disability will be there in those places. Let's be inclusive. That's my advice to the society. Let's be inclusive. Because I could remember, well, my parent tried. My school was not even close to the house. I have to, at first I was using a bike. I take public motorcycle bike to school, and that was heavy on my mom, but she did it. But some persons, if at some point they'll get tired. You're paying the school fees, you're buying books, feeding, and then my transportation to school. You see that, okay, my other ones, highest, they were paying their school fees, buying their books. Yeah. They can walk a distance to the school, but I can't do that. So that was an extra cost. So, and then, so if we are inclusive, at least we'll get to understand that maybe there could be some sort of transportation means that you don't need to pay. As a person with disability, you get to school or you get here. So it will also help the parents who have children that are have disabilities, because raising a child with disability is not easy. It's not easy at all. Some parents want their children to be out there, but because of the cost and all of that, and they really don't have the resources to give them that, so they just keep them at home. Not that they don't want to, but they don't have it. So if we are inclusive, a lot of things will be in place.
Valentine says it's not over until it's over. With life, you can always get to the very apex of your desire. Disability or no disability, what matters is your vision and mission.
It was just a little mistake of injection that brought this about. Ha. Okay, so now how did you take it? At the age of 4, you were still innocent and you were young, okay? But did it dawn on you that something had changed?
Tough. Because, some organization, when they see you, like, can this person work? Can he really do anything? Like, it's tough though. But I think I just have to keep pushing. And then at least the NGOs are now trying to have their employment culture, like they're trying to be inclusive now. So I think they're going to help. Okay. Yes, because right now, people who are so inclusive and then they have jobs for persons with disability, a person like me, are the NGOs.
We all have stories to tell.
The small boy kicked me to open fire on me, so I said, okay, you can report the right hand. So that's what how my right hand was cut off.
He's working with clutch with which year that it was that guy. No, he's not an ordinary eye. No, he's not an eye. Juju he used marry his wife.
It all depends on how I handle my story and how you're able to handle your own story.
It is what you decide in your mind that determines you, not your situation.
I don't hear well, but one thing is, we are better together.
Dushma Lucy Pius
Welcome to Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, a program that brings to your doorstep the lives of persons with disability.
The Nigerian situation is making it look like it won't be bright, but it will be bright. Very, very bright. Yeah, because I'm not going to stop at any point till I get to where I actually want to. Yeah, because one basic thing as a person with disability, you need to be financially stable. If not, the life it's going to be more tough. It will be tough because you need so many things to keep you going, like especially for a physical impaired person like me, mobility is another issue. So for me to be okay, I need to push to get myself something that will take me around and then make the work and everything easy. So I just have to keep pushing, because if I stop, nobody's going to do it for me. And then maybe at that point, that's when I'll start thinking, what am I doing? Like, what am I alive for? So I just have to push.
Thank you so much, Nder, for coming on Against All Odds. Want to believe that once people understand that persons with disabilities are just not, they're not different from every other person. They have the brain functioning properly, and they can do everything that every other person can do. I think it's going to be a better environment so that persons with disabilities will be able to have reasonable accommodation, right? What do they call it? Reasonable accommodation. And how do they get this? It's by the society cooperating with persons with disabilities.
This is against all odds.
Inclusive society is very important. I agree with you, Nder, because, people do not understand that having an inclusive society has to do with me and has to do with persons with disabilities. As I am speaking right now, I cannot look at the sun. I have to squint my eyes. Is that not a disability? And so, disability is not just about Nder. It is about me and you. Anybody can become a person with disability any day, any time. I am struggling with my eyesight here. Someone's own is clearer, fine. But you need to plan for the future. You need to have an inclusive society so that if anything happens tomorrow, we will all be on the right path, right? Thank you so much, Nder, for coming on Against All Odds. And we want to believe that whatever it is that you desire, it shall come to play. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So you take care. So it's been a fantastic time with Nder on Against All Odds. He's taking us through the story of his life. And one thing his mom told him is make education your best friend, because your intelligence and your pen is what will gain you whatever it is you want. Nder is a handsome guy, you can see. He speaks very well. Now, it is about the society, giving him a chance to prove himself. An inclusive society that will be beneficial to me and to you. Thank you for staying with us on Against All Odds. Let's do this again. Next week, same center, same station. My name is Doshima Pius Ikeravi. Bye-bye.
Thank you.